With the green light? Yeah, the little green light right there. Yeah, I got it. Let me, Charles, is there no way to put him on the screen so I can see here? Is they go? Good morning, Tracy.
Hey, good morning, sir.
Listen, we're certainly excited around here. It's 807 Giving Day. And of course, we're always excited about your consistent support of Lemoyne College.
Thank you.
Okay, got it. Okay, Tracy. At this time, if you be so kind, why don't you share your Lemoyne story with us? Of course, we know you're a consistent giver, a faithful giver to Lemoyne, but where did that come from? What's your LOC story?
Well, I tell you, I won't go back to why I got to Lemoyne, but I will tell you when I first graduated, I, like many of us alumni, was not a contributor back to the school. We graduated, and every $5 we get, we think we need it, and we really because of life changing experience, we use that money to make it through life per se. So at some point, I decided through conversation with some other alumni to start giving back. I didn't give that much at first, and I go back to, I think it was early 2000 where I started giving. And here's a little story about how you don't let people determine your outcome or your decisions for your outcomes. I got frustrated at a lady that worked at Lemoyne, and she came after me about my corporation donating or not donating, and I took it personal. Because I took it personal, I stopped donating my money to my school that has a big part of everything that I am. My wife, a couple of years later, we were talking, and she asked me a question. Why do I allow an outside influencer to influence what has been prevalent for my adult career? That hit me like a stack of bricks. I'm allowing someone who had nothing to do with me being who I am or where I am to impact me, giving back to this institution that is a huge part of the man, the person, and the success that I hope I'm becoming in life. So I started giving back to Lemoyne after that. And of course, as my life changes, my blessings changed. My wife and I started giving even more. We try annually to give at least a minimum of $10,000 to Lemoyne. I give it because number one, I know we need it. But number two, it's my obligation as an alumni. It's my duty as an alumni to give back and help other students and to help the college. So you fast forward, about 3 years ago, I actually had a conversation with my president and CEO of CP. Then it was CP, Canadian Pacific. Now it's CPKC. And we decided to give even more to Lemoyne over the last 3 years. So that's my little history of why I give back.
Well, it goes without saying, Tracy, we are certainly thankful to your wife for having that conversation with you. Because, of course, because of your consistent giving, we're able to continue to do the work that we believe we've been called to do. And we never know. In each graduating class, we're always looking for the next Tracy Miller.
Well, thank you. And, I didn't mention, and forgive me, my wife is also a graduate of Lemoyne. She graduated in 1996.
Well, we'll certainly extend our profound appreciation and gratitude to her. We know now what the real story is behind the success and the consistent giving. So listen, we want to give a real shout out to Mrs. Miller. And oh yeah, thank you too, Tracy.
I knew that was coming.
May, Tracy, Thank you so much. One of the things I wanted to make sure that we did not miss is a simple fact that you actually have secured a contribution from your company, Canadian Pacific, correct?
Correct. Well, it's actually, and just a little education. We Canadian Pacific Railroad, April 14th, we actually acquired the Kansas City Southern Railroad. So now we span from Western Canada, Vancouver, to Eastern Canada, through the U.S., down through the southern tip of Mexico. So now we're called CPKC versus just CP.
Great. I just want to say just out loud so the viewers can actually hear this contribution and the work that he has done to secure it. We are here today. I'm here with Dr. Davis to be able to accept $50,000 that has come from his organization. But I also don't want to let that oversight the fact that Mr. and Mrs. Miller also have their own personal contribution that they have done. And Tracy, would you like to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, it goes back to, let me go to the 50 first.
Okay.
That $50,000, it's important, and it seems like a small amount of money a big amount of money on some schemes, but it's a worthy donation. Part of what comes with that, part of the charge was my goal was to find Lemoyne College graduates that wanted to come work for the railroad. I've got to find more. I need at least one a year. If I can get 2 to 3 a year, that's even better. We're always hiring. And the key is, the railroad has to be a good fit for you as well as you have to be a good fit for the railroad. It just can't be, let me give someone a job because they're a graduate. We've got one graduate, Tyke Edwards, who just graduated from a 6-month training program. She's physically in Chicago, Illinois. And today, I saw Mr. Elliott walk across the stage. His son, Charles Elliott Jr., is physically in Calgary, Alberta today, which is our corporate headquarters. And today is his day one on the railroad as a leadership management trainee of operations.
Terrific.
So with that 50 grand, I want to continue to get more and more students. And as I get more students, I can actually raise that 50 grand to something else that's even more meaningful than what it is. Now,
Tracy, let me ask a question. Before you move on, let me ask one question, because of course we certainly want to send as many of our graduates to CPKC as we can. Is there a particular, for those who are watching and streaming, is there a particular major that students need to be thinking about in order to work in that particular industry?
Short answer, no. And what I tell people a lot of times is, especially young people, you learn almost everything on the railroad that you need to do. Bring your people skills, bring your leadership skills, have the propensity to learn, in which in most cases, a college degree basically means that I am disciplined enough and committed to learning and growing. And that's what I tell students. You're going to get an interview. Polish your skills and be able to sell yourself when you talk, and let people know what you have to offer when they sit and ask about you. So no particular degree. It's just be able to sit there and sell yourself and show your leadership skills and your potential to lead and learn.
Well, listen, we will certainly do all we can in career services to make sure we send you some more students, because it's a win for them, and it's certainly a win for Lemoyne College.
Now, I'm their first interview, so anybody you got, they come talk to me, and we figure out where we go after that. And if they're not a good fit, that doesn't mean that I cut loose. There may be some mentorship or something in there somewhere to help them somewhere else.
Terrific.
And you want to mention your personal gift from your wife and yourself.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said just want to make sure you were able to mention your gift from you and your wife. So if you want to talk a little bit about that and just tell us how much that is and why you did it.
Yeah. So every year I go back to the story I just told. We do contribute. We are very much committed to Lemoyne. Lemoyne is a big reason why we are the people that we are. There's many people in my life. I graduated in 1994, and there's many people in my life that are still a very integral part of my life that came from Lemoyne College. So this year, every year we give about 10. This year, we're actually giving $20,000 back to Lemoyne,
Woo!
but 10,000 of that is going specifically to scholarships for students, and the other 10, Dr. Davis was given to the 807 I'm going blank here, to this program today.
Well, listen, I want to, again, Tracy, I want to extend my profound gratitude and appreciation on behalf of your Lemoyne Owen family for your gift, for your ongoing faithfulness and commitment to the well-being of Lemoyne Owen College, as well as I want to issue a challenge to all of those who graduated with you in the class of 94. Tracy Miller has raised the bar, but we believe there are some others out there in the class who want to do all that they can to help Tracy and his wife make sure that Lemoyne Owen continues to be the institution she has always been.
All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Davis. I appreciate the time today. And always will support Lemoyne until I leave here. And probably after I leave, we'll still be supporting somehow, if you know what I mean.
We got it.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
You too.